we've had an earthquake in Oklahoma, 4.4, in the central United States, as you can see, very intense. The USGS cuts the square off here, but I can imagine it must have been felt in this area. It was reportedly felt by close to 3,000, reported to USGS that they felt the earthquake. That must have been, means that over 10,000 must have felt it. But we've had an aftershock just now of, what was it, 2.5, I think? 2.5, yes, just now, this past hour. So this took place today, and a depth of 6.7 kilometers down. That's about, what, 3 miles down? 4.4 magnitude. Okay, and this is just sorry, I'm trying to see the times. Local time 6:04 p.m. a.m. and this is, okay, this is about 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later. So this aftershock is 20 minutes later, and basically just northeast of, it's about 20 miles northeast of Oklahoma City. Now, we know that earthquakes are felt there because anything east of the Rocky Mountains basically is felt about 10 times more than it is on the West Coast. But not many people talk about the fact that the Great Lakes have a mantle plume under there. At one point, Lake Superior was flush with Wyoming. So all this area here stretches. Our Earth is growing. Our Earth is growing. So let's remember we had a 5.9 here in Alaska. And that obviously, of course, and it did tell people to be careful in California, because sometimes even Vancouver having that much. We had the Ridgecrest earthquake after the Vancouver a few days before the Ridgecrest. The Vancouver Island is like a ship. It moves a lot. But this thing here has been growing. This mantle plume has been there. The magma underneath there, the Great Lakes, has been there about since 1 billion years ago. That's how old that is. So all this has stretched because of the expansion. This is a 2.5, 83 people felt it there. It just happened. And this is the, sorry, I want to get to the, show you that there's about 3,000 people reported that one. Okay, about 3,000 people. And I'm trying to go back to the regional information. Okay, most North American east of the Rockies has infrequent earthquakes, and their earthquakes are more numerous, for example, in the New Madrid seismic zone. And earthquakes east of the Rocky Mountains, although less frequent than in the west, are typically felt over a much broader region than earthquakes similar in the west. East of the Rockies, an earthquake can be felt over an area more than 10 times larger than a similar magnitude earthquake on the west coast. It would not be unusual for a magnitude 4 earthquake, well here we have a 4.4, in eastern or central North America, this is central, to be felt by a significant percentage of the population in many communities more than 100 miles at 100 kilometers, 60 miles from its source. Most earthquakes east of the Rockies occur as faulting within bedrock, usually miles deep. Few earthquakes east of the Rockies, however, have been definitely linked to geological faults that are mapped, in contrast to the situation at plate boundaries, such as San Andreas. Okay, and then they talk about induced seismicity, man-made quakes from fracking or whatever. But this is pretty big. If this was from fracking, this is unacceptable. It's too big. Plus you have the, about 20 minutes later, the 2.5. So all of you there, please be very careful, because we do get earthquakes in the central United States, obviously. Look how intense that is. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.